question, Giuseppe. Magic wand I've got here now. This pen is a magic wand, right? Harry Potter.
I know.
Big up McGonagall. I can wave this wand and it will happen. Would you swap Cole Palmer for Martin Odegaard?
I personally wouldn't. And I don't know, that might be me being my Arsenal bias. I think they're different players. And I think the way we play and the team we've built, Martin Odegaard fits us better. I don't think we need that the Palmer sort of player in our team. I think Chelsea, the way they play, he suits them more. Like I think if you ask Chelsea the exact same question, they do the exact same thing. They don't swap the player. But I think for us, Odegaard, the way he controls the game and passes it around, I think is better for us. But I thought you were going to say Saka, to be honest. I thought that was
no. I'm going to go with the position that Palmer's now playing in. I asked that same question to Nobbins, right? So you can Cole Palmer comes back to Man City, but it means KDB and Foden leave. Would you do the swap?
Would I get rid of the best midfielder in the world in Kevin De Bruyne? Is that the question?
Who's at the end of his career, and Palmer's got the rest of another 10 years ahead of him.
That's fine. At 33 years old, he's still the best midfielder in the world. It's De Bruyne all day, of course.
You wouldn't swap De Bruyne right now for Cole Palmer in your squad?
No, because De Bruyne's the best midfielder in the world.
This is what I was saying a second
ago.
I'd
have Cole Palmer.
If
they want to pass on him, I'll have him.
I'm sure you would.
Why would City, at the time where Palmer wasn't that tested, why would they have played Palmer, who I believe made his debut against Burnley, over at the time Kevin De Bruyne and Foden? Like if he was still at City right now, he would not be getting the game time. It's only because things happen for a reason. Sorry. He's moved out and he's been absolutely phenomenal. But
that's the mistake, though, isn't it? That is the mistake, is that he wasn't, that he was. And I think, listen, I think Foden's amazing. And if you go back over the years and look at all the Foden versus Saka versus Rashford versus, I've always put Foden top. And part of that is I've always said about the trophies that he's won and been influential in winning. I think that holds so much weight in football. But I've just got, and right now, if you're looking at all those metrics, Foden's been doing it for longer and he has those trophies that he's been instrumental in winning. But this is about right now, today, you can swap players, thinking about what's coming in the future. I think we know that every Spurs fan would say, yes, you swap him for Maddison in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
I'd swap him for Bruno. And do you know what? Bruno now is awful. I'd even swap him for the Bruno that was scoring and assisting all the goals. The only reason I wanted to keep that guy 2 or 3 years ago is you got to give me those goals and the assists, and he's doing it at an even higher level. I think every single team in the world that plays with a kind of number 10 or second striker, I don't see one who's better than Cole Palmer and has the career ahead of him. I get what you're saying with KDB, but
the only
genuinely,
10 right
how many
now,
years has them hamstrings got left?
The only 10 right now I wouldn't take him over is Jude.
No, I'd take Cole Palmer over Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, you could play Jude as an 8.
Jude's not even a 10, but Jude's not even a 10.
But he plays 10 for Real Madrid in the system with Tchouaméni or Camavinga. Or when you move to La Liga and you've got that amount of pressure from the Madrid badge and you win the Champions League.
Does he still play the 10, or does he not play them as an 8?
He still played the 10 this season. The only wide player I'd take him over Palmer right now is Vinny Jr. That's the company he's in right now. Champions League winners. Like I know people would like Vinny's not had the best of seasons.
Wait, not Lamine Yamal?
Sorry?
You said Vinny, not Lamine Yamal. When you said wide player, I thought he was going to say Yamal.
No, I think Vinny's Musiala's another player as well. He's absolutely phenomenal.
No, Palmer is ahead of Musiala.
Palmer is better than Lamine. No, I'm not having Lamine Yamal. What are we doing?
No, nation on his back.
No. Because I don't think people quite understand. People would be talking about Haaland like which is fair enough. Generational, never been done before. Europe has never seen what he's done. Right? Palmer's matching him. Palmer's matching him since game week 1 of last year, and people act like this is normal. That boy is top 2 and he's not 2. I mean that. He's top 2, he's not 2. Because he is so good. He's so good. I don't know where my club would be right now. And all the smoke
this season, then.
People have so much smoke for my club.
I'm
sounding like Dom right now. I'm sounding like Dom right now.
David, can I ask you something?
In the world on your team, you'd better win something and win it quick.
David, can I ask you something? With what you've said and how you've started this season and what you're saying about Cole Palmer, technically you should be competing for the league this season. If you're telling me that you
because
you're talking about right. No, hold on. Let me.
No, not done.
Let me.
Do you know why?
David, let me just.
I'm not hearing this.
No,
do you know what? None of you. No. The only person who has the right to say we should be competing for the league is that man in the bottom left. He is the only one who backed Chelsea in any way. But the rest of you all sat there and said,
what we
"My
said.
club is a mess. We don't know what we're doing. We're finishing 7th. We're finishing 8th." Even with Cole Palmer,
David, forget what we've said.
None of you believe in us. I can't hear.
Forget what we've said, David. I'm talking right now. What I'm hearing. No, because opinions can change, and I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying from what you're telling us, you're sitting here telling me he's the best player in the world or the league, right now, and you're saying how good you've been playing, You're telling me all this stuff. So, by that metric, and you're only a few points off the top right now. You should be competing. I'm not saying winning the league. I don't say you should win the league. You should be competing
within 8 points of first
for the league. Within the last month of the league, you can win the league.
Giuseppe, football's played by 11 people, not one. And it's not a sport where it's like, it's not basketball where you have one player and he can just carry you to 50. Like,
so you don't think Caicedo's one of the best midfielders in the league? You're not one of them Chelsea fans then?
No, I think Caicedo's playing well, but he's it's time. And my biggest worry more than anything is our defense and that goalkeeper that we've got, because that blood he's a mess.
Yeah, Sanchez is not
that's my biggest worry when it comes to competing.
Yeah,
as an individual, Cole Palmer right now, I don't think it's crazy to say he's the best player in the league. And genuinely, the way people talked about Chelsea before the start of this season, there's no one.
I agree, and I want to jump in about that as well, because a minute ago Staffy said about like one player carrying you. One sec, Don. Like Staffy said about like we were at RVP FC in 2012, 2013. We won. We had a world-class David De Gea in goal. We had Patrice Evra in our team. We had Vidic. We had
history.
No. Please let me finish. We had Vidic. We had Rio. We had Michael Carrick still at a high level. We had Wayne Rooney in that team. We still had Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes. So it's overall Chelsea don't have that level of player in my opinion yet. I think they've got players that could develop and get to that point. I think the Cole Palmer conversations about how good he is individually right now and who you would buy and sell. I think all of that. Again, I know KDB could be considered the best midfielder in the world, but I think you'd be crazy not to swap him out now for Cole Palmer if it was available, because you could have Palmer for the next 10 years. KDB in 10 years' time is not going to be the best. In 5 years' time, won't be the best midfielder in the world. He won't be the best midfielder in his house in about 8 years when he's that old. His kids all surpass him. Don's here. Obviously, Don's